From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
The spreading flames of the Goose fire, now more than 6,000 acres in size, impact far more than us humans. I'm Cody Boyer in Madison County with how this fire is impacting its wildlife as well.
Firefighters are prepared to protect homes and property here in Wise River as the Alder Creek fire continues to grow. I'll tell you about it coming up.
6:30 on this Tuesday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here. Unfortunately, other fires springing up around our neck of the woods. We'll have more on that as well. Weather conditions could be challenging today as well.
They could be. Air quality is going to have some ebb and flow to it. Right now we're doing quite well. The latest numbers showing moderate in southwest Montana for Bozeman, Butte, and Dillon. Good in West Yellowstone. But again, like you said, new fires springing up. Some of the old fires may flare up as we're getting some showers and thunderstorms later today. The overnight temperatures are extremely warm. We want cool temperatures in the morning because that brings the relative humidity up. That's really not the case this morning, but we may see some rain into the afternoon. Unfortunately, it could include some lightning and thunder, not a whole lot of substantial rain from the base of those storms. We'll be watching that, of course, throughout the day. Our highs should be into the mid to upper 80s today. If we get some of those showers early in the afternoon, that's going to cool those daytime highs down just a touch. We're going to break it all down for you from the weather patio in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. Meantime, as we mentioned, at least 3 new wildfires discovered in our part of the state in the past few days. Black Mountain Fire started on Saturday. It is 13 miles south of Jackson. It's burned about 865 acres. At least 5 campgrounds there have been evacuated. Also, the McDougal Fire in Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest is about 17 acres. It's north of the much larger Trail Creek Fire in the Sapphire Range. Helicopters are working with crews to try to put that fire out. And helicopters are doing bucket drops on the Goat Fire. That one is east of Phillipsburg. It's about 40 acres. Crews working to protect structures. The fire is burning on extreme slopes and heavy timber, making it difficult to fight. And the Alder Creek Fire near Wise River continues to threaten structures and people continue to evacuate. MTN's John Amy is following the fire that's burned more than 5,600 acres.
Smoke is blanketing the Wise River area from the Alder Creek wildfire burning just 7 miles west of town. And the Type 1 fire crew has increased its manpower and resources and is getting ready for a long, hard fight.
We've been getting more and more resources in, so we're building our ability to work on this fire.
The fire was first reported July 8th and has spread to the point where dozens of homes have been threatened by the flames and have been evacuated. Authorities want to be proactive in getting people out of the area before the fire gets to their homes.
If the fire shifted all of a sudden and came down and I still had all the folks in there, then I would have to fight getting them out and fight the fire as well.
Many are still evacuating by getting supplies and valuables from their homes and gassing up vehicles on their way out of town. Employees at the local store say it's heartbreaking seeing their neighbors evacuate.
You know, we just keep watching and hoping and praying that the wind doesn't shift it to their houses. So, you know, it's awful. Like the one house up there, they lost their dad last summer, and this year they might lose their house. So it's rough.
Sean Larson said his home is less than a mile from the fire, but he's grateful he and his family are able to evacuate safely. He said he's also grateful to the firefighters, and he doesn't mind if they can't save his home.
If they don't, that's what insurance is for. Yep. But we got everybody out and all life, and I told those guys, this is don't hurt yourself trying to save my land. It's always rebuildable.
Crews are ready to protect these homes if the fire should get too close. They've got these containment pools full of water here, and they can pump the water from the pool through these hoses up to the homes, sprinkle water on the grounds, or put water directly on the fire.
We have set up that structural protection around the homes that have been evacuated, and I think we'll be in good shape to defend those homes.
Getting out safely. In Wise River, John Amy, MTN News.
The same team managing that Alder Creek fire is the one managing the Trail Creek fire burning 20 miles west of Wisdom. That fire has ballooned to more than 23,000 acres. Fortunately, no structures are threatened there as of now. And closer to home now, the Goose fire still burns south of Ennis and several camping areas remain closed. MTN's Cody Boyer was in the Madison Valley yesterday, caught some of the wildlife as it fled the area.
Wildlife like that pair of sandhill cranes that's just behind me. A beautiful sight here in Madison County, especially near Cliff Point Campground and the other campgrounds that have been closed due to the Goose fire. That common sight is coupled with that stalk of black smoke that's just over the ridge to my right. The Goose fire itself now cooking at more than 6,000 acres.
Wildlife have evolved, with fire.
As I drove my car near base command, I was greeted by a mule deer doe that walked out of the woods nearly up to my car.
Hey there, you got a little soot on your face.
Just behind her, a buck, both pushed out of the forest and into an area with a few homes, both moving away from a growing fire.
Temporary displacement from, habitat that they're used to.
It's a scene Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks officials like Morgan Jacobson in the neighboring region watch closely statewide. If there's black smoke, there are animals running away from it.
Fires are a natural process. They can, help habitat in a lot of ways, and they change it for better or worse sometimes.
As this lightning-caused fire cuts through a dry forest, Jacobson says it is creating not only new space for plants to grow, but new space for more diverse wildlife to move back in. A mosaic from the frogs to this eagle resting in the smoke. But unfortunately, not everything can get away.
Reptiles and small mammals, could potentially be impacted more heavily by wildfire.
Jacobson adds this: if precipitation falls just right after a fire like this, it could be even more positive for wildlife, like more nutritional greens, nature's way of balance.
We do see positive and negative impacts from wildfires on wildlife.
Still, no structures are yet threatened by this fire, and the crews that are here, at least at the roadblocks, say that they are getting a handle on it at more than 20% completion. In Madison County, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
6:37 now on the national scene. The White House has attempted to encourage all Americans to get vaccinated, but special attention has been paid to the youngest of those eligible for the COVID vaccine. Newsy's Willie James Inman has more on the federal push to reach teenagers and young adults.
First, I want to say I am beyond honored and humbled to be here today to help spread the message about the importance of youth vaccination.
If you don't know her, chances are you know a young person who does. Actress and singer Olivia Rodrigo is asking America's youth to get vaccinated against COVID-19 amid a spike in younger Americans being hospitalized due to complications from the virus.
It's important to have conversations with friends and family members, encouraging all communities to get vaccinated.
The multi-platinum recording artist reaches tens of millions of followers via her social media accounts, something the White House is hoping to tap into.
We want to get trusted messengers that people can relate to as opposed to just federal officials.
The Biden administration has previously collaborated with young social media influencers and stars to get its message out. But this recent renewed focus comes after the nation missed the president's vaccination goal for July 4th. Vaccination rates have been stagnant ever since. The recent vaccine push also takes place during a surge of the highly contagious Delta variant of the virus.
First, we're going to take some mRNA. This will give your body instructions for your cells to make a spike protein. This spike protein will help produce COVID antibodies, but it is harmless.
Generation Zers like Jordan Traylens says the targeted outreach is welcome news. The 22-year-old Cornell University biology student has taken the initiative to educate and combat misinformation about the vaccine via social media.
I noticed early on in the vaccine rollout that people my age were not being targeted properly.
Traylens is the creator of COVID Campus Coalition, a network of young volunteers on college campuses who send out information on the benefits of the vaccine. She says more young people like her should be involved in educating their peers on why it's important to get vaccinated.
I think in terms of not having access to information in the way that they can understand it, that's what we're working to do. And, for me, it's no burden at all.
Doctors and experts have been urging young Americans over the age of 12 to get the shot. They say if more isn't done, the country will lose ground in the fight against the pandemic. Willie James Inman, Newsy, Washington.
It is 6:40. We're going to take a quick break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, the recession brought on by the COVID pandemic turns out to be a lot different than other recessions. What sets it apart? Coming up. But first, let's check in with CBS This Morning to see what's coming up at 7 o'clock.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, we're in Texas for Blue Origin's historic launch. We'll discuss the future of commercial spaceflight and talk with the woman who spent the most time in space about what the crew will experience. Plus, as COVID cases continue to rise, Dr. Anthony Fauci will join us. Should children wear masks when they return to the classroom? And first on CBS This Morning, we'll talk with the reporter whose work helped put the Jeffrey Epstein case in the national spotlight. We'll ask about Ghislaine Maxwell's upcoming trial and the biggest unanswered questions in the case. All coming up when we see you at 7.